Hey guys, Matt here from PlaiOfficial, and as you can see I'm on the beta, finally. Woo, here we go. No, I don't want to join Army of Queen Ashara, fuck off. So, there have been a lot of changes to monks recently. One of the ones I'm quite annoyed about is jab costs 24,000 mana. Woo! There we go, great. However, so that's 8% of our base mana that costs. However, after casting a jab, our Tiger's Palm or Blackout Kick will restore 4% of our mana. So that effectively makes that if you are playing your monk right, jab costs 12k mana, which isn't too bad. Now obviously Blackout Kick damage has been increased, it now deals 70k odd damage to your main target, and then half of that to nearby targets. So, you know, you're going to want to be doing a bit of that for AoE damage if you're doing damage, and it might effectively produce an awful lot of eminence healing through that. Our Tiger's Palm now does about 53k damage, as we can see. Oh, got a text, sorry. But yeah, there's quite a lot of eminence numbers coming from this. As you can see, it's not bad, but it is draining our mana a bit, more than it would do on live. Then obviously we still get our Surging Mist procs, which is a free flash heal, which is pretty nice to be fair. We also get this 4% mana back stack off doing a Spinning Crane Kick. Now I think this is overpowered. Okay, so we can do a Spinning Crane Kick followed by a Tiger's Palm. Spinning Crane Kick costs, let's say, 22k mana. Tiger's Palm will then restore 12k of that. So it effectively makes our Spinning Crane Kick, as long as you're doing this, cost 12k mana. Then on top of that, we're obviously getting the instant Surging Mist procs as well. So a 9.5k Spinning Crane Kick mana cost. You can't complain about that. I'm in combat and my mana is not going down whatsoever. So that's pretty damn nice. Blizzard claim they have also made our Soothing Mists give us a more reliable generation of chi. We've heard this before, but I actually do think it's true this time, because if we start channeling Soothing Mists on ourselves, you'll realise that I managed to keep up my enveloping mist for the majority of the time. So as you can see, it's up there, and we should get some more chi, if it's going to give us some chi. No, you're not going to give me any chi now, are you? But anyway, we can pretty much keep enveloping mists up about 2/3 of the time, which is quite nice. It might make us some form of viable tank healer, which we don't want to be doing because it's really boring. But there we go, if we have to, if we're forced into doing that, then we can do it, people, thank God. Now, one thing that has been a slight nerf, sadly, there's always going to be nerfs, isn't there? Apart from all of these pretty glorious, what I actually think are buffs, is our uplifting. Obviously we can't spam jab to do uplifts now, because that will end up costing us, well, around the region of 50k mana to do a single uplift. They've also changed the glyph of uplift to cost 17% of your base mana, which I'm actually going to work out now. 300,000, that's 30,000 times 0.17. So that will make our glyph of uplift make uplift cost 51,000 mana. We don't want to spend 51,000 mana on an uplift, do we? So the only way to do that is to generate your chi through Soothing Mists, which is absolutely horrible. But there we go, it's not actually that bad. I mean, it's enabling us to get an uplift off about every, well, probably 3-4 seconds, you know, as long as we're using our Renewing Mists on cooldown, which we will do when raid healing anyway, and also our Expel Harm, so this isn't too bad. It is more of a mana drain than our Spinning Crane Kick, so we are going to be much more effective at stacked up healing than spread out now, I think. So Resto Druids will be very happy about that, the little shits. Now they have slightly reduced the healing done by Chi Wave, Zen Sphere and Chi Burst, but obviously they're now free, and with the increases, well, the increase of spamminess to most of our other heals, then I don't think this is a bad thing, because if you look, I just cast Chi Wave obviously, as you can see, and by the time Chi Wave actually finishes, the cooldown is just gone half anyway. So you know, if the tank is a bit further away from the mob anyway, your chi wave is pretty much going to be ready just as it finishes. So I don't think that's a bad thing, to be fair. But as you've probably noticed, our damage has also been increased a lot. Our damage has been doubled, in fact, and our healing done from eminence has been halved. So we do more damage, but exactly the same amount of healing as before. Crack Jade Lightning, it's still not exactly a lovely thing to channel, but you know, if you're on a boss such as Eligon, you could simply replace channeling Soothing Mist with something like Crack Jade Lightning. You know, you won't want to be using jab now, but you could use your, well, you do want to use jab because you can use Tiger Palm after, but if you want a range, you could use your Crack Jade Lightning instead of channeling Soothing Mists on bosses that have damage buffs, because obviously it's going to be doing shitloads of damage, which is great. Woo! Thunder Focus T is still exactly the same as before. We can still get our lovely massive heals off Surging Mists, which is excellent. I love that. I love it when you get like 450k crit on a Death Knight tank. They're like, holy shit, what was that? But there we go. I do like these changes to monks. So there we go. This has got a thumbs up from me. Thank you, Blizzard. Hopefully we'll be more reliable healers now, despite our major lack of cooldowns. But there we go. Don't forget to give us a like, post some comments down below about what you think, because obviously this is just my opinion. But there we go. Don't forget to like this, guys. Subscribe as well, that would be lovely, and I'll see you soon.